In the previous vlog post, Fatma and Joseph talked about the importance of the World Fair and the impact it had on Chicago. And they also asked us a question about why Larson chose Chicago as a setting for The Devil in the White City. And we are going to answer this question, and we are going to support it with facts from the book.
The storyline of The Devil in the White City can be subdivided between the effort of Burnham and Root to bring the World Fair to life and the development of the character of H.H. Holmes and his propensity towards murder. In this time period, Chicago was recognized as the second largest city in the U.S. The responsibility of hosting the World Fair, coupled with the sheer volume of people venturing into the city, creates the perfect atmosphere that would allow such mundane and unsightly murders to go unnoticed in a city under public scrutiny. There are several references found in the book that identify the character of H.H. Holmes with the city of Chicago, in which we emphasize the following quotes. In regards to the city, Larson mentions on page 38 how the stink of putrefaction and incinerated hair attracted Holmes to Chicago, for he had finally found a city that tolerated a broader range of behavior than was tolerated in the town in which he was born.
On page 52, Larson describes National View held on Chicago, where he mentions how one would desire never to see it again and is inhabited by savages. So this tells the audience of what people of that time period really thought about the city of Chicago. Like, savages are fierce, violent, and uncontrolled, and they have no mercy. So Larson chose Chicago to portray a dangerous, fierce city that Holmes could absolutely tear up. On page 62, he mentions how Holmes was amused by the notion that women as a class were so wonderfully vulnerable, as if they believed that the codes of conduct that applied in their safe little hometowns. The city toughened them quickly, however best to catch them at the start of their ascent towards freedom. In transit from small places, when they were anonymous, they lost their presence and recorded nowhere. During this time period, they were transitioning to bigger cities looking for opportunity to get ahead in life, which included a huge increase of women coming to Chicago. Women were very vulnerable during this moment because they were being exposed to a new city, and this was the perfect place for someone of Holmes' psyche to thrive and go unnoticed.
Having viewed the impact the World Fair has on Chicago and how Larson uses the city to develop the character of H.H. Holmes, the question we now propose is, what does Larson hope to achieve by contrasting two such different individuals?